So this is my weekly groceries. I usually go in with two tote bags, but because I had to replenish on some non-perishables, so hence the extra plastic bag. What exactly do I have? I usually replenish fresh foods on a weekly basis, and I usually go to a local supermarket. If I can, I go to the farmers market, but that closes quite early, so I can only go there during the weekends. But during the weekday, I go to a supermarket, and my weekly groceries usually cost me around 5,000 yen towards 6,000 yen. So that's about 650 or even like 700 rands. The conversion is killing me, but that's how much my weekly groceries cost. When I got to Japan, they used to cost me around 3,500 to 4,000 yen, and that's around 450 rands to 500 rands. So there's been like a 2,000 yen or 200 rands increase since 2022. So the economy is having a hard time. So I obviously got my eggs, which in Japan they sell them in dozens, so you will never get a crate of eggs. You know how in South Africa you have two trays that are like, I want to say there's 24 of them. You can never get those. And obviously I live alone, I don't need that much. But the interesting thing about groceries in Japan is that they come in very small sizes. I got these gyoza, which are dumplings that I love, very easy to cook. You can snack on them. I got the soba noodles that I'm gonna DIY my own ramen, tonkatsu ramen. So, and I got these tomatoes. There are no street vendors, so I can't get those ones for cheap. So I got these 4 tomatoes for about 230 yen. So that's around about 25 or 30 rands for 4 tomatoes. And then I also got sausages for breakfast. I got yogurt, plain yogurt, which I'm glad they have because I like having these with fruits in the morning. And then I also got what did I get? I also got Henzo, which is essentially spinach. It used to be 100 yen. Now it is 180 yen. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if it's seasonally or it's because because it's a seasonal vegetable, or it's because of the economy. I don't know, hey? But this was 180 yen, which is round about 25 rands, I want to say, of just this tiny batch of spinach, their version of spinach. I got a packet of chips, small packet of chips too. The chip size, bag size is usually not that big, so it's enough for one person. And then I got sprouts. These are the cheapest thing you will find at the supermarket. This was like 20 yen. 20 yen is like maybe 3 rands or 2 rand 50 sprouts. So these are the cheapest thing you can find at the grocery store. The cheapest fresh foods you can find at the grocery store. I got cabbage. I want to do this with vinegar. They usually add this black thing at the restaurant that I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to try fresh cabbage with vinegar and see how I like it. I like it at the restaurant. But they usually have these little black things that I don't know what they are. And I got these spring onions or shallots, or depending on where you're from, whatever you want to call them. And I got minced meat or ground beef, as Americans would call it. This was 335 yen. In Japan, the price you see is usually not the final price. They don't add the tax, so you need to be careful, because sometimes you think this is the price only to find out that this tiny one, 335 yen, is the actual price. So this went for 335 yen, which is round about what, 40 rands or something. And then I got pork from Canada. Thing about buying meat in Japan is that they're gonna put it in another plastic bag so it doesn't spill over. So even though recycling is a big deal in Japan, I don't know why they do this double plastic thing. I've never had it spill over, but then again, it's not quite the drive from the supermarket to my place. And then I got one apple. One apple. They hardly sell these in big packs here where you'd find 12 of them. So I got this one big apple. I think it was about 170 yen, one apple. So 170 yen, I want to say that is around maybe 20 rands for one apple. So when you eat this apple, you can't just, I say one apple a day keeps the doctor away. One slice of apple a day keeps the doctor away. That's how the saying goes in Japan. And the size, it is up to you to figure how you're gonna cut it up into slices, because hey, you can't have one apple a day. And then I got drumsticks. That were not, yeah, pork and chicken. Chicken is usually more expensive, but they're in the same ballpark. And then I got 3 pieces of carrots. I love that in Japan they have very small sizes, so if you live alone, it is good for you to get like fresh foods because they don't spoil easily, because you only get what you need and you can go replenish soon after that. And I got potatoes that are usually dirty. They sell them dirty, so they're not washed. Don't ask me why. I don't know if it's because it makes them last longer, or I don't know. They are the one thing in the grocery store that you find dusty. I don't know what the thinking is. It's so odd to me. Like whenever I get them, before I cook them, I have to literally get a sponge with soap and scrub them. I don't know why they do that. I should actually ask. And then I got sweet potatoes that are also dusty, but not as dusty as the potatoes. The funny thing happened at school during the cooking class. So the students were cooking sweet potato, and they asked me, what is this? I'm like, sweet potato. They're like, sweet potato? I'm like, yeah, it's sweet potato, because in Japan when they cook sweet potato, they actually add their own sugar on top. So sweet potato, even though it is sweet, they will add sugar on it. So it will be glazed with sugar, and they usually add sesame seeds. So the students are like, but sweet potato, we have this one with the glazed sugar as sweet potato. So if this is sweet potato, what is this? I'm like, this is sweet potato. This one is just extra. This one is dessert essentially, because you've added your own sugar on top of it. So this is sweet potato. And then this I got black pepper, and this magic salt, which is garlic infused. Love garlic. I'm gonna add it to everything. And then this deep fried aburage. I think this is deep fried tofu. Yes, age. I think this is aburage. Kizami. I don't know. I don't know what the kanji is, but it's essentially deep fried tofu that they've cut into slices. You can add it to soups. You can add it to anything that you want. I'm gonna add it to my DIY ramen. And then in the last black bag, I have sanitary towels that are very long. In Japan, the sanitary towels are long. Okay, these ones that I got are not long, but I can show you guys the ones that I have that are quite long for when you sleep. Okay, wait. Okay, I don't have a sample, but they are very long, guys. They're super long. Like you sleep, you roll over, you're fine, because that thing is just like a whole nappy, man. It's gonna come back over your ass up to your the tail of your spine. And then what else did I got spice, parsley, and ginger. that I'm gonna add to the ramen and cook with. Maybe make some tea later in the week, and garlic, and yeah, that's it. And this is just another pack of the soba noodles. So that is my weekly grocery haul. Essentially the only haul that makes sense in this current economic status, because wow guys, but this is groceries for the week for one person. So I eat breakfast, I cook breakfast, I eat breakfast every day, every morning. I need to start my day with breakfast. Please, no, no, no. I can't just be fighting the powers of the day with an empty stomach. That's not me. So I usually cook breakfast, and dinner I cook. I think I cook 7 days out of seven, out of 7 days in a week. Yeah, I think I eat out, hardly eat out. There are no fast food restaurants in my proximity. I think there's only one or two, and even so it's quite a drive. So I usually just cook all my meals at home, and then school lunch I eat it at school, that we pay on a monthly basis. That's like 5,600. So that's seven, if we want to be very technical about it, so we could say 5,600 divided by 4, that's 56 divided by 4. Mathematics, 10, 16. So that's like 1,400 rands. So 1,400 yen plus the 5,000 yen, so that's 6,400. So 6,400 is what you would spend on groceries if you were in my shoes, same circumstances, same grocery store, whatever. But that's the grocery costs per week for a single person. So if you're looking at moving to Japan, at least you have an idea of what you can get. So yeah, bye, and please like the video, leave a comment below letting me know if you cook your meals. Are you somebody who cooks their meals? Do you have a meal prep? I don't like meal prepping because I want my food fresh, so I don't mind cooking every second day. Yeah, so do you meal prep? Do you do your grocery shopping? Do you get your groceries delivered? I wish we had that option, but we are in the countryside. Anyway, see you guys and take care.